We explained the French exploration of the Americas. France came into the exploration era late, as it had been distracted by war upon war at home. First the Hundred Years' War against the English, and then the war against the Italians. Louis XII, known as the Father of the People and the founder of the Valois dynasty in the 1500s, led a period of relative calm for France. It also brought about the French Renaissance, the time period that brought Da Vinci to France to paint the Mona Lisa, and French nationalism under King Francis I that led to the adoption of the French language as the official language instead of Latin. It also increased competition with Spain and the Holy Roman Empire to be the heart and soul of Catholicism in Europe. This competition led France to head into the East themselves in 1527, also to form a relationship with the Ottoman Empire against the Holy Alliance. Under Francis I, French ships sailed into Newfoundland to catch massive amounts of fish. This set in motion the plan to explore the land and find the French route for the Northwest Passage, and also opened up trade with natives. As a firmly Catholic nation, Francis I was upset at the Pope's decision to give the Atlantic to Spain and Portugal. So the French went anyway. In 1524, Giovanni Verrazzano sailed into New York Harbor for the French. In 1534, Jacques Cartier sailed into the St. Lawrence River and down to the Great Lakes, claiming the land around the river and most of eastern Canada for France. Francis anticipated New World wealth and built a port at Le Havre in France. Cartier named the region New France, attempting to create a French colony near Quebec, but just like the British and the Spanish first attempts in the New World, it failed and was abandoned. France tried unsuccessfully to establish colonies throughout the century. French explorers were successful in making relations with local native tribes for trade and survival. More than any of the other European powers, France developed a relationship with the natives based on mutual need. Coureur de Bois brought French goods into the wilderness to trade with the natives for fur. They learned the native languages, they intermarried, and even lived among the villages. They aided the natives in their wars and established trading posts in the Ohio Valley along the Great Lakes. As far as religion, French Jesuits found little success in conversion despite spreading missions all the way to Oregon. By the 1600s, France was embroiled in the religious wars of Europe. French Protestants known as Huguenots were looking for a way to escape the persecutions and death squads of France. They migrated to establish small colonies around the world or became pirates against Catholic Spain. France found itself surrounded by the Habsburg Holy Roman Empire, the Netherlands, and Spain, and they needed to gain an upper hand in the Catholic world. In 1608, Samuel de Champlain established Quebec, encouraging land ownership, settlement, and bringing French feudalism to Canada. At the same time, Europe's demand for fur increased. The French trappers were willing to meet the demand. Under the absolute rule of Louis XIV, the control of the government was strengthened. He taxed the colonies, appointed governments, and sent military forces to occupy forts against the British and the Spanish. He prohibited Protestant migration as part of his war on the Protestants. French explorers like Joliet, Marquette, and La Salle sailed up and down the Mississippi, creating Louisiana and cities like St. Louis and New Orleans.